because you guys already got me laughing in the comments section right from the beginning of the show. I can't believe it. We haven't even gotten anything going yet, and you guys already got me in the right mood. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It is Good Morning Marianas. You're looking live at the traffic down there on Beach Road in Olei. Some puddles out there because it rained a bit last night before the game and after the game. But where the rain really came down was from all the runs scored by the Pirates as they won 29-18 last night over the Brewers. Holy smokes, what happened to those turkeys? Oh, man, and look at that traffic. We're going to get to that in just a minute. But, hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We got so much to get to today. We've got lots of guests that are going to be in studio. 2 different rounds of guests, actually, too. So get ready for that. And we're going to talk about all the stuff that we've got. So let's get you a little update on traffic before we get too carried away. And we're not going to be able to bring you anything. I got news updates, I got sports, I got weather, you name it. And right now, we'll start with that. It's 77 degrees outside right now on this Tuesday morning at 7:23 a.m. Humidity holding at 85% up there at the Saipan International Airport, where flights are moving and grooving, and you are enjoying it too. We're looking at some isolated showers today, which is kind of every day. But other than that, mostly sunny skies. High near 84. Winds out of the northeast at 14 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 24 miles per hour. Tonight, it's going to get even hotter. Well, the wind is. It's going to get gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, but the temperature is going to drop down. Might not even need your aircon tonight. 75 degrees should be nice. Tomorrow, carbon copy for Game 2 of the SBL Masters Championship. It's going to be about exactly the same. Hopefully, those rain clouds stay away and we're going to be good to go. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Again, we're just moments away from getting our first guests in studio. But before we do that, we're going to knock out some of the old traffic. Here, we'll take a look. Hey, while you got the traffic on there, we'll pop this out there so you can see what's happening. And it's not going to be that bad. It's actually pretty sweet. As we look down over there in Dandan, the Shell Dandan intersection is fine. How is that possible at 724? The Shell Monsignor Martinez over there by Shell Dandan is still looking pretty good. It gets a little hairy over there by the college, by that intersection, but that won't last too long because things are moving. How about IT&E, where connections matter? How does that intersection matter? It's a little bit slow in every direction. In fact, it's all the way back to our crossroads over here. If you're trying to head up the hill or get to Middle Road along Monsignor Guerrero from Beach Road, well, you're going to be backed up all the way to Napa. It's not the worst. The old AK intersection even looks pretty good. Today's not a bad day for traffic. How is that possible? People are moving. Does this mean that some of the road construction stuff is getting better? Well, it's still a little bit slow over there by the post office. So if you're trying to get all the way down to Beach Road from Tune Joaquin Doi, remember, it's a little bit slow going through the village, and when you get to that light, it's a little bit slow as well. Heading south on Beach Road after that, it's going to be a little bit slow. Actually, it's the northbound lane at that point where you're going to slow down over there by the CK Beach Hotel trying to go north. And the Chalumpiao intersection, not too bad. Really, we've seen so much worse. It's not looking that bad at all. Where is looking okay. The intersection over there by SIS even looks okay as people try to get around and drop their kids off to school. They got about 19 before classes start over there. So hurry up. Tune Joaquin Doi looking not too bad in either direction over there by Joel Monsignor Martinez. Let's scope around San Vicente. The intersection at San Vicente is not looking bad, and also folks are trying to make their way up north. It is a little bit slow, though, as you get to the drop-off for San Vicente Elementary School over there by Akiza Drive. But other than that, pretty minor. All right, let's keep going all around the hill. The Cagman intersection looks good. Always by the shops, the little winding curves on Capitol Hill. By Capitol Hill Market, Zenyu Market, New Sarah Market. It's always a little bit slow as people get around there. And that's possibly because people are getting stuck behind the bus. Over there at the base of Issa Drive, where it meets Middle Road, No, it's just minor also. Looking pretty good. Traffic is moving great. You guys are doing a wonderful job out there, drivers. Give yourselves a pat on the hand. No, put your hands back on the steering wheel. You can't do that. All right. How about the intersection by the by the tennis courts? This is where it starts to get a little dicey. All right, so it's slow in every direction. If you're coming down Navy Hill, if you're coming up through Garapan, if you're trying to get left or right, north or south on Middle Road, it's slow, but especially when you're trying to go south, because when you get over there by 99 cents, it gets slow. And then when you get by Route 308, it gets slow. Yep, that's the JG Water and Ice intersection. That's slow. And then here's even the street where you don't want it to be slow for no reason. They put all this money into making a great looking intersection, and they can't fix this terrible little hole in front of Fishing Bay Street. It makes no sense to me, but that's what's holding up traffic over there. Other than that, we're looking golden in Saipan, so don't feel too good. If it looks so golden, I got to readjust the brightness over there, but hey, just like that, we're back. All right. We got a great stop. We got great morning going on, and the underpass. It is, John Williams. That is officially an underpass. It boggles my mind what's going on with the traffic. Just that one little thing that's been there for weeks makes such a big impact on the driving community over there. All day, every day. You know, there's another one too. It makes you really wonder how things are going with GPPC out here, because we're looking at the same spots on the road that haven't been touched in weeks, dare I say months, and they are closing in on 1 month left on their delayed completion date. We'll see if they actually can fix this one in time. It's all right. We got other things to worry about. And let's get to some of those things. I don't know if this music sounds good. Does this sound all right? All right, I guess we get a little dubstep, something like that. Anyway, let's get back to it. So traffic is done. We're good with that this morning. Got our weather good this morning. We got a little bit of sports in. We'll talk about baseball. Again, that's just real quick. But the big things are going to be getting to our big topics that we followed yesterday. And one of those was the federal mandate that all federal government employees were supposed to submit their 5 bullet points of what they did the previous week. And we hopped on that pretty good yesterday. This was the email that everybody received. And again, we talked quite a bit about this yesterday. It dominated the show. And then what ended up happening is pretty much what we thought was going to happen, where all the folks were going to end up reaching up to their superiors to find out what kind of guidance they were going to get. And that's it. And that's exactly what happened. And a lot of those agencies said, hey, yeah, that's a problema. Don't worry about that one, because we'll take care of it. DOD reached out to their folks. They posted on Twitter. Okay, should we just call it X now? I mean, has it been around long enough where we could just call it X? And they said, look, hey, all of our DOD guys, don't worry about answering that email. We're going to send an email back for you. And that's what's happening all across all the different agencies right now. So a little bit of a showdown. We'll see how that works out. Lou says, hey, can you tell us where to find eggs? Yeah, chickens. Go find yourself some chickens, because you're not going to find them in the store. They're still dealing with some bird flu stuff in the States. So get cracking on that one. All right, I'm going to take a real quick break. Wait, how can you do that? All right, this is not what we're going to do. I'm going to press play on the update from the Associated Press, because we've got 2 guests over here. I want to make sure that their camera looks good, because it's early in the morning. I know that Ed probably got his makeup on and everything. I just want to make sure the lighting's good for the rouge that he slapped on there too. So sit tight. We're going to give you the 3-minute update from the Associated Press, and then we're going to go right to our awesome guests that we've got in studio from Run Saipan.
AP News, I'm Mike Hempen. President Trump says Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is willing to come to the White House to sign a deal giving the U.S. access to Ukraine's minerals.
He may come in this week or next week to sign the agreement, and which would be nice. I'd love to meet him. Would meet at the Oval Office. So the agreement's being worked on now. They're very close to a final deal. It'll be a deal with rare earths and various other things, and he would like to come, as I understand it, here to sign it, and that would be great with me.
Trump met with fellow Group of Seven leaders for a virtual session on the third anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He also says he's hopeful that Ukraine war is nearing an end. He believes Russian leader Vladimir Putin would accept European peacekeepers in Ukraine as part of a potential deal to end the conflict. The U.S. fails to get the UN to approve its Ukraine resolution, but a different one passes calling for Russia to pull out.
The United Nations adopts a resolution demanding Russia immediately withdraw troops from Ukraine, but it's not legally binding. It was opposed by the U.S., which had its own resolution calling for a swift end to the war, but never mentioning Russia's invasion. That resolution failed. Here's U.S. Deputy Ambassador Dorothy Shea before the General Assembly vote.
Neither these amendments nor the resolution offered by Ukraine will stop the killing.
Ukraine's Deputy Foreign Minister Mariana Betsa also spoke to the GA.
This is a moment of truth, a historic moment.
And she says her country is exercising its right to self-defense. I'm Julie Walker.
Pope Francis remains in critical condition but is showing slight improvement in lab tests and has resumed some work activities. This is AP News. Campaigning has started in Ohio for next year's gubernatorial election.
The Ohio governor's race is heating up with biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy jumping into the 2026 race. Republican Governor Mike DeWine is term limited. The Cincinnati-born former presidential candidate joins the Republican primary field a month after the former Lieutenant Governor John Husted was appointed to fill Vice President J.D. Vance's Senate seat. Husted's backers will be looking to switch their allegiance. Other Republican candidates include Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost and Heather Hill, a black entrepreneur from Appalachia. On the Democratic side is Dr. Amy Acton, the former state health director. Ramaswamy has been promoting his ties to President Trump, but dropped out of the Department of Government Efficiency initiative on Trump's first day. He's received endorsements from Ohio's Treasurer and Secretary of State. I'm Jennifer King.
Apple has announced that it plans to invest more than $500 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. I'm Mike Hempen, AP News.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. We are here. The update is done, and now we've got our guys in studio to tell us all about the run. Oh, I think that was pretty slick. I know. I've been around. We have Philip Santos, and we have Ed Dela Cruz from Run Saipan. I don't know how we were able to pull this coup where we were able to get both of them in studio at the same time, but somehow magic happens and we're able to have you both in here. Thanks so much for being here today, guys.
Thanks for having us, Brad.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We're glad to be here. Yeah.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you guys in here. And you've got, Ed's been here a bunch. We had you in studio before to talk about the domestic violence and the teen dating violence and everything. And now we're going to talk about some running events. And normally I see you in here and I see you running past here, right? So what's shaking, guys? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. What about you, Philip?
Oh yeah, I'm great. Got my run in early this morning because Ed's like, we're going on at 7:30, so yeah, we're here.
All right, so tell us about your run this morning.
This morning was as a speed day, so I did intervals at the track for a total of 5 miles.
Wow, so what are your intervals like?
Today was intervals of 400 meters. At a 5K pace, and then 200-meter jog in between like sets.
Wow, that's great. So what is your 5K pace?
My 5K pace now is around, I think,
I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
to like 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 8 to 8 minutes, 30 seconds per mile.
So I want to tell you something. While you said that, my phone, and everybody heard it, I just got the Alexa voice said, and I'm like, hey, that's great. It popped up and it said, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh. So sorry about that. I have no idea. Google, stop listening to us. You're not allowed to do that. We do not consent. We do not consent. Well, no, so your 5K pace is, again?
Around 8, maybe about an 8 minute per mile.
Wow.
Currently. Yeah.
Sweet. So you got 5K coming up? Or what is the distance for the mangrove?
The mangrove distance is 5K. So
Ooh.
everyone's going to have a really nice view of Windward Road at Route 36. So it took us 2 or 3 years. But yeah, if you scroll down on the page, the course map's at the very bottom. So it's going to be really great. We're going to start at San Juan. Everyone's going to run up towards Calavera Road, but they're going to turn around before they hit the asphalt. Then they're going to loop back down Windward Road up to almost Kingfisher entrance and come back. So it's basically a double leg course. But when you look at the map, it's technically a U-shaped one lap. But it's going to be great. There's some beautiful pictures that we've taken with Ann Bang over the weekend, so people get to see how beautiful that race course looks like. We'll have some surprises for the runners at the finish line if we get some legislature support. If we do, then there'll be some great surprises at the finish line. But it all depends on our congressmen and senators up there. They're going to be cooperative after Saipan Marathon. So we'll find out in the next 2 weeks.
When did San Juan Beach get named? I used to know it as Hidden Beach because no one could get down there.
I have no idea who put that on Google, but I went off of what's on Google Map. Everyone says it's Hidden Beach, but on Google, if you're not from Saipan, you ain't going to find it.
Well, I'm going to call Google. I want them to call it the Gulf of Brad Rosala, and then they will change it, and it will be good. And
I have no problems with that. Do you, Philip?
Oh, no.
The Gulf of Brad Rosala.
Probably just the guys at Precinct 5 will have a problem with that, but we're good with it.
I think TJ and Angela are going to get on board with it.
Yeah, they should. They should definitely get on board with it.
For America, we'll do it. The Gulf of Brad. Terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. So this is cool, though. So this is a new run course that we got.
It is, man. I'll be honest, Brad. I was really lazy last year. We ran back the courses from 2022 for 2023 or to 2024 as well. But for the 2025 race courses, I'm putting my back into it, going through the red tape and actually creating either new courses or revisiting old ones. So with the Trinity, we did the Bonsai Trail course last month. We revisited the Airport Trail Run last month. And then this month, we're putting in the Route 36. All I can say is the hills will pay the bills for these runners.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it, thinking of what my quads and hamstrings are going to feel like.
Well, if you go to the event page settings, there's actually a link for the digital map, and it'll show you the elevation, climb, and grade. So if you go up, there should be a hyperlink somewhere there.
There is.
If you click on that, it's going to bring you to the race entry page, and there's your elevation gain. So that's what the runners are going to be running for elevation. So they're going to get about 200 to 400 feet worth of elevation, but they're going to have a beautiful sunrise when they run that. So hopefully that'll carry them to the finish line.
Yeah. That sounds awful.
Hey, you know what? Members asked for more versatile race course. They're already dead tired of us smashing them on Route 30 on Middle Road at Memorial Park. So we're trying to give them a more variety of courses this year. Ed's not lazy this year, guys. I'm actually putting my back into it again.
That's great. No, I mean, like you're giving them the harder climb at the end, it looks like. I mean, actually, this one looks like it goes back up again, and it is kind of nice, but they'll be doing that when it's still relatively cool before the sun really crushes them.
But they'll finish on a really great downhill.
Yes, it's going to be great. So, first of all, I love what you're doing. I'm a big fan of everything you guys have been doing for a long time, but this one in particular, just changing the courses, giving people something new. Like, that's the really exciting part about this.
Well, I really hate the word annual when we do our races. I don't know if you noticed that most of our race titles are called Run from 2024, Mangrove 24, Mangrove 25, Saipan International Trail 21. I hate saying annual because we get into this box where we're stuck to one race course every single year, the same event every single. Obviously, for our holiday events, we can't change it, but the ones that are non-holiday, Run Saipan has the flexibility to either change race courses or venues and not get stuck into that old traditional trap of having annuals every single year at the same place. So if we come up with, if we ever approve, the board ever approves the Brad Rosala Mount Tapochow run, then we'll do it. You know, the Brad Rosala Mount Tapochow runs, basically, we start at the top to the bottom this time. We still need a 3/5 board approval for that, but if the board approves that, that's one of the races that could be coming in. So we like to switch out some races per year to give runners different places around Saipan to run and different kind of gimmicky runs. We don't like being held down to the same annual thing every single year. At least half of our races, we can change them out as we see fit for what people want.
I like that idea. I like that idea of running downhill for sure. That is definitely my style where I feel like a runner. where I could feel what it's like to feel the wind go past you.
Yeah.
But it is awesome, dude. The idea of just doing something different is right. I don't love the annual thing. By the way, just the thing, like when people say first annual, I absolutely hate that too.
No, it's inaugural.
Yes, thank you very much. But
get the program, people.
Exactly. But the idea of getting out there and doing different runs on different courses is what makes it exciting. I mean, going out and running all the time should be great. And you guys are also starting a new program to get people out there running too. So maybe a 5K is too long for them. Maybe the hills, it might be a little bit too much for them. Maybe they just need to learn how to run in the first place. And you guys are doing something like that.
Thanks, Brad. That's exactly what we're doing. That's why I have Philip to my right. This is Run Saipan's poster boy now for the group runs. So anything with the community group runs, Phillips is the officer in charge. He's part of our Run Saipan race staff now. So he'll be taking on the committee for group runs. So before I introduce the floor to Philip, who will talk about himself and leading this, the whole purpose of this is we attempted this back in 2022. Pastor Matthew Fearon did an amazing job running the group runs before, but I guess we didn't have the foot traffic back then. We were only having 3 to 4 people. And we were choosing a variety of distances, a variety of courses. He tried to do different times, early morning, evenings. We tried different days to see what works with runners. We're revisiting this again this year, and this time we have Philip to lead it. The biggest change this year is we're basically doing what the New Zealand Run Club does, the 445 Run Club. So what we're basically doing is we're just choosing a set location for the rest of the year. We have different team leaders. Philip's the one in charge for it. And we're going to lead people in runs. Now, when you say lead people in runs, you don't think that we're just going to make sure everybody stays in one tight-knit group and keep a specific pace. The difference with this is we have a start line. We're going to start off with only a 30-minute duration right now, and you can either walk, jog, or run. We'll have people can run with friends. They can run by themselves. But all they know is that everyone is doing this movement exercise, whether they walk, jog, or run. And the only thing really is you just basically have to have your watch or cell phone and turn around at the 15-minute mark. Wherever you're at, turn around at the 15-minute mark, return to the start point, and you're done with everybody else at the same time. It's not by distance. It's not by pace. It's just purely by coming out and moving. American Memorial Park was the location we chose just because it's centralized. Everybody can make it there. It's the tourist district. Everybody goes to the park. If people want to bring their kids, they can play there with their spouses. Well, hubby or husband or wife has to go and running. But it's going to be kind of we're going to have warm-ups. Up to you if you want to join. If you don't, that's fine. Phillips will be leading it. When they start, you can walk the route, jog the route, bring your dog, bring anybody you want with whatever route Philip chooses for that day, and then come back to the start point, high five everybody, do some cool downs, get to meet the running community. The whole point of this is I want this to be like the Mecca of running club or running community on Saipan. You want to meet Saipan's runners? Well, you're going to find 1 or 100 of them every Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. at American Memorial Park. So that's the base of the program.
I love it. First of all, I want you to know I appreciate it when you said foot traffic at the beginning when talking about getting people together to run. That did not just go wasted. That was great. The other one is 15 minutes out and back. So if you're going to head north, it's at American Memorial Park. So you'll probably get out to like Aqua Resort and then turn around and get back.
Maybe Jordan, but not me. I'm really excited to be given this opportunity to give back. In a sense, Run Saipan for me personally has been very instrumental in my journey as a runner. And I wasn't running 8-minute miles for 5Ks when I started. I was running like close to 12 minutes, and I was gassing out at that.
Wow. How long ago was that?
That was, I joined Run Saipan, I think.
2022.
Well, my first run was 2022, the Zombie 5K. I think that one should make a comeback, Ed.
There we go.
That one was fun.
Maybe an annual.
That one, that would be fun to have back. Just maybe once in a while, a Halloween run. But that's really what kicked it off. I think for me, it was really the community, and just everyone was just so friendly. They invite for training or for group runs, and I kind of want to pay that forward back to the community, which is why we are so excited to invite everyone tomorrow, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. American Memorial Park. This is going to be every Wednesday. I'm going to be leading the group runs. If it's really about starting somewhere, starting small, right? You don't have to be, sprinting for 30 minutes. It's really, if you want to walk, you want to jog, It's all those small steps that really build up to where you are today. And I was talking about community in the last video that I did, and for me, it really helped to have people to motivate me. I think just trying to run alone in itself is very tough. It's a lot of mental challenges, but when you have someone who's like by your side, like you don't even think about the time or the distance because you can yap or whatever, right? That whole 30 minutes. So if you've been looking, for somewhere to start, or you've kind of just been like, oh, I don't have anyone who wants to run with me, right? Well, here's the place, the time, 5:30 American Memorial Park, and we hope to see you guys there.
How perfect. And it's something to do. It's midweek, and you're already in Garapan,
Yes.
and you're building community. That's the big thing for running. Not saying that you have to do this, but that's a really great opportunity for people to hang out afterwards, too. There's a lot of places that are open that will help you hydrate after your run down there in Garapan, too. You're right there. Naked Fish is right there. VFW's right
That's
over there.
exactly what I thought you were thinking.
Yes,
yeah.
that's 100% what I was
Get your
thinking.
carbs back in. Replete those carbs.
Yes, and there's plenty of parking over there at Memorial Park, and you guys are just going out for a nice little run, community, all that other stuff, and you can build some relationships down there. What a great idea. So, well done. Well done. So that starts tomorrow.
Yes.
That starts tomorrow.
Wow. And so how have you, I know you're getting the word out there, it's still new, but have you gotten some feedback from folks already?
Well, social media is a really big community engagement. Ever since we started the Run Saipan social media page, we've never had more than, 5 shares, but the current poster for the community run had almost 65 shares for it.
Holy smokes.
I had no idea. I don't know. The reason why I brought this back was everyone's been beating the crap out of me for this. They're like, you guys are a running club, but you don't have community runs. Ron Snyder's like, well, we get together for the 5Ks, but, people argue that the 5K is different. You're running for time. You're running distance. Of course, people like Philip already have a running group within that 5K. But here, there's no pressure. There's no time. I will not have a race clock out. Nobody will be telling you how to correct your running form. This is completely a safe space for runners, walkers, and joggers. After 2 years of getting beaten up by the membership, we're finally having the group community runs. It's just the hardest part was trying to decide what's the location, how's the format. I saw how it was going in New Zealand for the 455 Run Club. I was like, this looks great. We're completely doing it. Run Guam probably thinks we're taking it from them, but we're doing 445. We don't have free stuff to give like Run Guam does in Guam for their Run with Friends every Wednesday. They're doing an amazing job. Great job, Derek, but I don't have the money to give out free merchandise and stuff, everything. So you come in, just please bring a water bottle to stay hydrated, and we're going to be foster fellowship and running community growth down over there.
What a great idea. What a great idea. Well, and then I look forward to it. I mean, my game plan is to be there with you guys on Wednesdays and just to get out there and do it. Not just to support that, but to help support me. I've been carbo loading for so long. I need to do something with this.
This is the best place to do it.
Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to it. What do you have in mind? What do you think you guys might do for the course on tomorrow?
I leave it to the boss over there.
I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to plot it out where we're going to start. We had a FEMA training last week and they actually taught us how to make our own Google Maps. So I'll probably play around with that and post it around. Probably within the park for now, just avoiding all the cars, keeping it safe for everyone.
So Memorial Park's a pretty big place. When you're talking about meeting at Memorial Park, where's the meeting place at Memorial Park?
It's interesting. I haven't thought about that. I was thinking maybe by where they're planning to build a roundabout, right at that intersection.
Okay, so that's great.
Pretty much the Globe, the visitor center.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. So the Globe at the visitor center. It's a little bit off from where the roundabout would be, but that's perfect. So meet at the World. That's it. Meet at the Globe. That's it.
Sounds like a Guam club thing. Meet at the Globe. You remember how Guam has the Globe Club?
I do. But mostly I remember some of the other clubs that they had over there. I don't remember. There's another one that started with a G. What was that called?
I think it was GIG. Was it GIG?
No,
that's
Saipan.
Oh, the one in Guam. I don't know what's the other.
Lies. Lies. All right. So we're looking at a big new 5K that's coming up, the Mangrove 5K. You're going to be on the new road. Great views. Run Saipan. You are 24 days, 22 hours, 37 minutes, and 24 seconds away from being able to say go. Start line over at San Juan Beach on Route 36. That's the new road that goes all the way, that connects from Kingfisher all the way out to Bird Island, really. And San Juan Beach, some of you local folks might know it as Hidden Beach. You want to get down there and check it out. Now, parking down there, I think it's going to be a lot of cars all over the side of the road. The beach area has some decent parking, too.
The beach area has some decent parkings. We'll figure it out when we get down there. That's why we're a strong community partner with the Department of Public Safety. So
awesome. That is outstanding. So you're still able to register for it. You can get all the information on the website right now. So raceroster.com. And what we're going to do, we're going to put this link in our comment section right now so you guys can find it. I'll tell you what, I was speaking with somebody who is giving me a little expertise when it comes to Facebook stuff. They're like, whenever you put links that take people off of Facebook, when you get a certain amount of followers, Facebook doesn't love you as much. I'm like, Facebook, come on, Mark, relax. We're okay. We're okay. Anyway, so if you want to register for the race, you can go on that link that we just put in the comments. And the good news is, and we'll put that in the comments over there on the YouTube side too. Hold on one second. And then when you get to that link and you check it out, you're also going to be able to find that map that we just looked at for elevation and everything. So it's pretty cool. All right. My gosh, man. So you guys got like real lives to get to after this.
I'm off for like 5 days. I don't know about Philip, but I'm good.
Nice. How about you, Phil?
Yeah, heading to work a bit later in the day. Yeah.
So this is great stuff. You guys do this. This is volunteer stuff. This is because you're chasing your passion. You're providing an opportunity for the community to get out there and do this kind of stuff too. Just wonderful stuff. You guys are just great human beings. How often do you get to hear that? Probably not a lot from him. He's not real supportive, right? But yeah, hopefully you guys do get to hear it. Really, you guys, you're doing a great service to the community, and I hope you guys appreciate that.
All right, thanks, Brad. Thanks for the kind words. Yes.
So much.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you on Wednesday. So tomorrow, 4:45.
5:30.
Wait, you said 4:45.
No, you thought
earlier.
of 445 Run Club. That's what they're called. So in New Zealand, they're called 445 Run Club because they start 4:45 a.m. every single Friday. So I took their concept of showing weekly at a specific time. So it's 5:30, but obviously we're not renaming Run Saipan Club to.
We're gonna watch the replay when you told people. No, I'll see how. Yeah. All right, so 5:30.
5:30
tomorrow. Because when I heard 4:45, I'm like, man, how am I gonna?
Oh, we basically took their concept. They literally just choose a location and then they pick a duration, and it's up to you whether you walk, jog, run, whether you walk a 13-minute pace or you run a 4-minute pace. They just choose a route for a duration, and everyone just got to get back. So they do it for 40 minutes, man. I'm like, we're just going to start with 30. 30 is a good amount of walking for people that haven't been exercising. That should be enough to push them for the day. While the runners, it's also short enough but long enough to get a decent workout for some of the adrenaline junkies like Philip and Anbang. But for people that are just starting out, 5Ks, 30 minutes is a very good walk, jog, run duration to go for. So everyone's going to have a different goal for this one. But the idea is that we're all there together as one community. Working out. We're trying to get this exercise movement going.
So that's the next big new event, but you guys have something big coming up here shortly too, don't you?
You're talking about the Saipan Marathon around the corner? Yes. So, man, I was going to tell you to do this as our segment next week, but I guess cat's out the bag.
Or we could do it next week if you want.
Okay, sure, because I think that was going to take a little bit longer talk. People probably want more details on that.
Okay, deal. So, awesome. You guys already registered to do the event, or are you actually working it?
He's doing the full. I told everybody I'm out. I'm running the half. Don't bother me. So as soon as that start gun goes off, nobody calls me for this. So yeah, we're running it. We're running. You hear that, Robin? I'm running it.
Nice. So you're doing half of what he's doing. Maybe I'll just do half of what you're doing. and or maybe I'll do half of what you're doing. Let's see, maybe one of those. I'll do one of those distances.
Yeah, so real quick, the Saipan Marathon is the time to not bother run Saipan, because this is the only race in the whole year that our running staff can run, because we're not in charge of it. So it's going to hopefully stay that way for every single year right now. We'll see.
Hey, is there any run that you guys target, like off island, that you like to do, that you try to encourage people to go to, or maybe we send somebody to go to?
And Bang's starting that talk. Right now, we haven't really talked about it right now. It would be beautiful if Guam brought back United Guam Marathon, because it's right around the corner. I'm hoping United brings that back if they hear me. I want to see the UGM come back. If the UGM comes back, that's one of the best world-class marathons I've been to. They do a really great job. That's where I would target the Sun Runners if we had, but I guess the only world-class marathon is the Saipan Marathon now in this neck of the woods.
That's right.
And we're dominating it.
Do they have a big race in Palau? Is there a Palau Marathon?
I believe they started one. I got to check back. I think they did. I think they started one last year. I think they did start a Palau Marathon last year. That actually is a beautiful race course. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that'd be a great place to go to off island too, to run a race. Someplace close, Palau Marathon. Mm-hmm. The only place I could think of is Seoul after that.
Yes.
Because Tokyo Marathon's a lottery system. So if we try to go as a group, it's not guaranteed that some of us or all of us could make it together. But the other places close enough would probably be like Hong Kong or Seoul for direct flights.
But Seoul makes a great idea with Jeju Airlines. In fact, they could even be one of the sponsors, or when they partner with you. That could be a community partner that you guys group up with. Say, hey, Jeju Air, hook us up with 2 tickets.
Brad, you're going to be our first participant running for the marathon for Run Saipan going down. Since it was your idea, you're going to be on part of that team. Get ready for 26.2 if that happens.
That's right. That's right. That carbo loading is going to pay off. I hope it's a downhill race. All right, let's go. Baksu, baksu! All right, I'm ready. All right, so, all right, guys. Well, we've got some folks coming in. Oh, I love the Run the Marianas Challenge, Run DMC. I love it. It's in there. Someone says we should set a 15-mile run and name it the Deportation Run. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Peeling. What else do we have?
Good morning, Sinamai.
That would not be a fun run. That would be like the Running Man. I don't know if you guys ever saw that old Arnold Schwarzenegger flick. But it's going to be a good event coming up. And so the March 21st is going to be the early bib pickup for this race. So you can register for it now. And you know what also I like about this? It's an affordable race. If you're a high school student and below, it's $5. And it's only $10 to do it as a regular adult, or even if you're an adult out of high school or stuff like that. So $10 or $5 for a race. It's a local race. It's affordable, and it's great to get out there. You get to meet a lot of folks along the way with the Wednesday regular running things. And who knows, you might end up, hey, how come nobody is, you guys can't register because you guys are going to be organizing it?
All it takes is one guy to run the start line. Everybody else can run it.
All right, I like it. And did you just pop this up?
This popped up at just 7 a.m. this morning.
All right, so we'll see if we're not the first person to register. But
yeah, literally just 7 a.m. this morning. Usually on Bang's pretty quick about that kind of stuff.
I like it. Oh, dang it. Well, I don't want to put all my regular info on the screen for so I'll wait till later.
Yeah, you don't want to show that payment card.
All of a sudden, you're going to get a lot of participants, and I'm going to get a lot of charges. All right, well, thanks, guys. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, thank you, Anamai News Service, for your time. Thank you, Brad, for featuring us and telling us our story with the community.
We just hope to see you all tomorrow and in the succeeding weeks to come.
So meet at the Globe at the Visitor Center.
Yes.
5:30. And that's not like show up at 5:30. That's like you guys are going to start running at 5:30?
No, that's show up.
Meet at 5:30.
Yeah, 5.
Okay, meet at 5:30.
This is not a 5K start gun. This is not like 5:30. This starts, we leave you, like I did at the Governor's 5K. 5:30, show up. We'll do some warm-ups, and then we'll get going.
All right, but if they show up at 6, you guys are already out.
Well, they can find us. They can still try to run out. By the time we come back, they can run back with us. It'll be great.
I love it. All right, you guys. Well, Ed, Philip, thanks so much for being here this morning, and everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in. We're not leaving for the broadcast, though. You guys We're not done with the show today, but we're going to say goodbye to these two guys. We got more folks coming in a little bit, and we're going to have new updates and new folks, our sponsors we got to thank too. So we've got new updates from the Associated Press, and then we've got your latest commercial. So thanks so much. I'm in the other shot. Thanks so much for you guys for being in here, and we'll be back with more after this.
Hey, I'm Coach Derek Cutting, the owner and founder of Laddie Built Fitness. So no matter who you talk to here at Laddie Built, everyone feels that they are part of a family, part of a group of like-minded people. No one feels judged. No one feels like they're being teased or picked on or looked down upon because maybe they don't know what they're doing. They could be brand new and have no idea what they're doing. They might be overweight or really skinny and feel very self-conscious about themselves. But at Laddie Built, nobody judges here. And if you ask anybody here that might be in better shape than you or even not, but has experience in the gym, they will gladly help you through a workout and teach you a few techniques that can help you. So Laddie Built organically from day one, since the boot camp era, has organically grown this fostered environment of community and being a safe place, but a strong work ethic community of people that want to get work done. All I can say is that I put my heart and soul into it from day one. I treated everyone like that at the boot camp from the very, very beginnings, and everyone at the same time would treat each other like that from the boot camp era as well. And as we grew, as we got into a brick and mortar facility, we got bigger and bigger. I feel like people definitely just take this place as a home, as like their brother and sisters are working out next to them, not their enemy or not their competitor, So organically, it's just the vibe here is different. Everyone feels very, very comfortable, and I love the fact that it happened like that.
It's a great day to be up 3-0. I'll tell you that. Probably is not great to be down 3-0.
I'm Brad Rosala, and I'm the owner for Commonwealth Communications.
And I am Jojo Alipuzu. I am the owner of Island Image and Ocean.
And this is our joint venture, Sideline Studios. This whole concept that we have of doing all these live stream productions and covering news and doing live shows and everything, it wouldn't happen if we didn't have a great partner like IT&E, someone who could handle the bandwidth and provide it and then get us what we need when we need it, and then be a real partner for us for all the events, whether we're doing live sporting events, broadcasts. All of these things happen because of our partnership with IT&E.
With IT&E providing us with the fiber and point-to-point and even the MBRs, it's just a great piece of equipment to use when we're broadcasting our sports, our events, our performances, especially our cultural performances. And it's just great to share our culture here in the Marianas with the world. And IT&E has been there from the get-go.
The thing I like best about working with IT&E is how willing they are to come out and find a solution. Even for Liberation Day, we thought we had a pretty good solution for our live stream setup, and it turns out that we did not have the right setup that we thought we needed. That day, just before the parade, reached out to Paul and said, here's our situation. What do you think? He's like, we're gonna figure this out. While he's sitting there barbecuing, getting ready for the parade to start, he starts burning up the phone lines, calling everybody in IT&E, what can we do, what's the right solution? They left their families to do this stuff and get us the equipment that we needed to broadcast live. That's over and above. That's on a holiday. That's when he was out there spending time with his family.
That's why IT&E is just the best, just really in touch with the people and the community.
I recommend IT&E to everybody. Tell them the options are there, and you could choose whoever you want and then figure out what you think is the best. But when you're ready, when you're tired of having your calls disconnected or not having service, then you reach out to the guys from IT&E.
AP News, I'm Mike Hempen. President Trump says he likes Elon Musk's demand that federal workers list what they have accomplished in the last week.
I thought it was great because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired, because a lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist.
The guidance led to a proliferation of varying advice for federal employees depending on where they work. Some were told to respond to the request for the 5 things they did last week by the end of Monday. Others were told it was optional, and still others were directed not to answer at all. Barely a week after mass firings at the Food and Drug Administration, some probationary staffers received some unexpected news over the weekend. The government wants them back. Grammy-winning singer Roberta Flack has died at age 88.
Singer Roberta Flack's hits like Killing Me Softly with His Song and The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face made her one of the top recording artists of the 1970s and an influential performer long after. She died Monday at 88 at home surrounded by family, says her publicist. The first time. The classically trained pianist won back-to-back Grammys for both songs in the 70s. A gospel fan as a child, she was so talented a piano player at age 15 she received a full scholarship to Howard University. In 2022, Flack announced she had ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, and could no longer sing. I'm Julie Walker.
This is AP News. The AP's Lisa Dwyer reports on a new settlement over misused tips by DoorDash.
The food delivery app, DoorDash, will pay almost $17 million to settle claims that it unfairly used customer tips to subsidize the wages of its delivery workers in New York, rather than let drivers keep the tips on top of their guaranteed pay. Attorney General Letitia James says that DoorDash also did not make it clear to customers that their tips were being used to offset worker wages. James says the company used the wage model between May 2017 and September 2019. DoorDash says it's happy to resolve the suit, but believes that DoorDash properly represented how Dashers were paid at that time, but noted that the old pay model is no longer in use. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
NBC's Lester Holt is stepping down as anchor of the nightly news broadcast in early summer. In a memo to the staff, he says he'll expand his work on NBC's Dateline. I'm Mike Hempen, AP News.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Paradise Dental's giving you the gas. Well, not that kind of gas. You already know that Paradise Dental has the most affordable coverage in the entire Marianas, and now we've got something special just for new customers. And now for a limited time, Paradise Dental is offering free gas vouchers for new signups for their coverage plan. If you sign up for a singles plan, you'll get a $10 gas voucher. If you sign up for a couples plan, that's a $15 gas voucher. And if you sign up for the whole family plan, that's a $20 gas voucher right after your first visit. So hurry down to Paradise Dental and sign up for the CNMI's most affordable dental coverage today. These gas vouchers are limited, and with smiles like these, you know they're going to go fast.
February 25th, 1986. People power in the Philippines. Longtime leader Ferdinand Marcos flees the country amid mass protest after a tainted election. Corazon Aquino, who ran against Marcos in that election, is installed as the new president. 1956. In Moscow, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev harshly criticizes his predecessor, the late Joseph Stalin. Khrushchev denounces Stalin's cult of personality and abuses in power during a then-secret speech before a Communist Party Congress. 1836. Inventor Samuel Colt patents his revolver, a move that eventually popularizes the weapon's use. 1964.
I'm going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see.
Cassius Clay, later known as Muhammad Ali, becomes world heavyweight boxing champ, beating Sonny Liston in Miami Beach, Florida. And 1943. Musician George Harrison, known as the Quiet One of the Beatles, is born in Liverpool, England. Today in history, February 25th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. It is 8:13 in the morning here on Tuesday, February 25th. Gorgeous day, and we're looking at a great day throughout the day, too. It is 79 degrees outside right now, and we're going to have mostly sunny skies. High near 84 today. Winds out of the north-northeast, 15 to 20 miles per hour, but it's going to be pretty gusty. As high as 24 miles per hour, so it's going to be windy out there for sure. So we are about 15 minutes away from our next guest. Two of the three are here already. Can you believe it? That's how early and excited they are. Well, they're not as excited as I am to have them here. We've got folks from the Liberation Committee and from the mayor's office to tell us all about what's happening out here for the Liberation Day and for the parade and the whole festivities. Now, they might not have all of it for us, and they might not have every single thing done, but look, they're ahead of the game. It's February, and they're already crushing it, so we're excited about that, and we can't wait to hear more about it in just a little bit. In the meantime, though, we're going to get into some of our local stuff, and this is really cool. Now, I found an interview of our representative in U.S. Congress, Kimberlyn King-Hines, and it's really cool that it's there online. C-SPAN, it's the network that nobody watches because it's boring. Except it's got really good stuff. If you like following what's happening in Washington, D.C., C-SPAN is really great at doing it. And they did an interview with our delegate last month, and she popped it on there. I wish we would have known about this earlier. We would have played it earlier, but hey, better late than never. So we're going to throw this to you so you can see it. But actually, let's do something fun. That is what I wanted to do, but then I just remembered, oh, wait, there's this thing that I found yesterday, and I think it'd be kind of fun for all of us to see if it really works. We found this picture on, here, can I share it with you guys? Let me share it with you. Okay, I gotta change the window so you guys can see it too. All right, it's the WhatsApp photo. Here we go. Bam, there we go. All right, so we found this online. Oh, I got to turn off the other camera too, so because there's nobody there right now. All right, there we go. So we found this on a rando thing on Facebook last night. It says, if you need a little pick-me-up, call this. It's a school project where kindergartners give you a pep talk. And I thought, how cool would it be if we called them to hear what that message is? So let's dial them up right now. So let's hear it. It's got to be a recorded message, I figure. So that's what we're calling.
Hi, welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School. Bienvenidos a Pep Talk, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes de Westside School.
Para un mensaje feliz, presiona 5.
Please listen to the following options for encouraging messages. If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you needed words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
I think we're going with
If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3.
Ooh.
If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. To hear how awesome you look, press 6. For bonus pep talk, press 7. To donate, press 0.
All right, let's
For
start.
encouragement and you can do it! Keep trying! Don't give up!
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0 to receive a text with a link or go to peptalk.net, peptalc.net.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1.
Okay, so we did
If you
the pep
need
talk.
words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
Life advice
If
from
you need a pep talk
kindergartners.
from kindergartners, be grateful for yourself. Dude, live it up. Be you. I trust that you can make things right. Be happy. Try it again. Believe in yourself. If you're feeling up high and unbalanced, think of groundhogs. It's okay to be different. Always stay together. Don't give up, power through. We all really like you. Never back down, never give up. The world is a better place with you in it.
Everyone is capable of doing anything. You just have to let yourself shine.
Bro, you're looking great. Be responsible. Be nice. Choose weird. You are okay. We love you.
To donate to keep the
Is
hotline
that
going,
great?
press 0
All
to
right, let's
receive
see
a
what
text
else they
with a
got.
link or go to peptalk.net, peptalc.net.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
That's what we just did.
If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3.
That's what we did the first
If
one.
you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. To hear how awesome you look, press
Let's find out how
For
awesome
bonus
we look.
pep talk, press 7. For encouragement, es un día bonito. Si estás triste, va a comprar unas donas. Quédate feliz. Sea bueno. Si te sientes triste, ponte a leer un libro.
Una persona tímida, tú no estás
I
bien
guess we picked
persona.
the Spanish
No lo
accent.
escucha, tú estás bien persona de dentro.
Sé tú misma. Si te sientes triste, jamás piensa todas las bonitas cosas que has vivido.
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0
Let's
to
hear
receive a
these
text with a
options
link
again.
or go to peptalk.net, peptalc.net.
We might have to go with number 1.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
That was awesome.
If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3.
That was awesome.
If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. To hear how awesome you look, press 6. For
6.
bonus pep talk, press 7.
6
For
is how
encouragement
awesome we
in
look.
Spanish, press 5. You look better than a star in the sky. Lady, you're doing great. Rainbows are jealous of you. Bro, you're looking great.
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0
That
to
is
receive
great.
a text with a link
Bonus.
or go to peptalk.net.
If you're ever feeling down, just talk to your family and friends. Maybe you just need to cry it out. Give someone that you care about a hug. And if someone's going through the same thing, maybe they need a hug. Maybe they need someone to talk to. So just be there for them.
If you're feeling hurt, take a sip of water. If you're feeling bad and deflated, just go somewhere and do what you like best. It reinflates you.
This will get better!
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0
All right.
to receive a text with a
So I
link.
think
or
number
go to
4 was the
peptalk.net,
laughter for the kids.
peptalc.net. To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0 to receive a text with a link or go to peptalk.net, peptalc.net.
If you're feeling mad,
Oh, we hung up. I want to hear the first one. We didn't get to hear that yet. But I pressed 0 so I can get the text
Hi,
with the link.
welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School. Bienvenidos a Pep Talk, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes
Wanna
de
hear
Westside School.
Number 1.
Para un mensaje.
When you're feeling mad, sad, you should take 3 deep breaths and think of things that make you happy. The thing that makes me happy is when, and I think of happy things that will happen in the future, like going to a friend's house or a cousin's house. Bye.
If you're frustrated, just take 5 minutes off.
If you're frustrated, you can always go to your bedroom, punch your pillow, or cry on it, and just go scream outside. If you're nervous, go get your wallet and spend it on ice cream and shoes. If you feel mad or frustrated, you can do what you want to do best, or you can do flips on the trampoline.
If you feel mad, please just do something that you like. Do something that inspires you. Do something to make you feel better.
If you're sad or angry, go get a cookie, a smoothie, or an ice cream.
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0 to receive a text with a link, or go to peptalk.net, peptoc.net.
All right, well,
you're feeling
I'm pressing 0 again, so hopefully they send me the text message. But I thought that was adorable. And we just listened to it for the first time together. That was great. Absolutely great. What a great project for a school with a bunch of kindergartners. I mean, some of their tips and their advice was hilarious. If you're upset, if you're frustrated, if you're mad, just go do something that you like. I love that advice. Why is that not the best advice for everybody? If you're feeling mad or upset, just go do something that you like. The words of wisdom from the kindergartners at that school. That is great. Well, anyway, at least we got to have some fun with that together a little bit. I'm glad that thing was available for us. All right. Hey, real quick, in just about 5 minutes, we're going to have our guest come on camera with us. We're going to hear all about what's going on with Liberation Day and more. And in fact, maybe we'll get them on a couple minutes early. So we're going to take a real quick commercial, and when we come back, we are going to get you guys a little bit more info with our cool guests. What do you think of that? I know. Pretty cool, right? All right, so stick around. We're not going too far away, but we are going to get you a couple of words from our sponsors. No, that is not time for you to go. This is time for you to stay and listen to the people who make this program happen. Be right back.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. Got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
My name is Kelly. I've never been good at giving up. And that's okay, because I have big plans. This might sound crazy right now, but someday, I will be the captain of my own ship.
The captain. Attention on deck.
I'll steer through new waters, and I'll stand up to the biggest storms. Me and my crew will fight back against the toughest enemies. I'll lead the sailors on my ship my way. And together, we will always do what is right. I'll show the world any girl can be a captain. I'll show them that I am enough. No matter what comes my way, I'll stay the course. Because history won't remember those who took the easy way out. My name is Kelly, and it means determination.
Welcome back, Marianas. It is 8:27 in the morning on a beautiful Tuesday. And it just got a little bit more beautiful in here, too. I mean, this is my kind of show. I got guests in here, and the place just smells prettier. It looks prettier. And I don't get this kind of awesomeness all the time. But take a look at who we've got in studio with us right now. This is going to be like maybe the best show we ever had. I think. No pressure. No pressure. But what we've got folks from the Saipan Mayor's Office and the Liberation Committee. And maybe we'll start with having you guys introduce yourselves. Priscilla, you want to get us started?
Yes. Good morning, Brad. Thank you for having us. I am Priscilla Jacopo from the Saipan Mayor's Office, and I am pleased to and proud to be part of Liberation Day Committee. And this morning with me, we have our chairwoman, Ms. Frances Santos, and our vice chairwoman, Ms. Bridget Maritita de Longuerero.
Wow, and it's so great to have all of you in here today. So thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, wow, it's great for me. I love it. I mean, you guys already heard me gushing about you guys already. So Liberation Day is not that far away. I mean, at least you guys are ahead of it and doing some real good planning, but it's a big project to tackle.
Yes, it is. Yep, that's why we're starting early, like earlier this year.
Yeah?
Yes.
How do you guys get pulled into it? I know how I got pulled into it when I helped years ago, but you don't have a choice. You're at the mayor's office.
Yeah. I'm by default, so.
Yeah.
I got nominated and called to a meeting, and then I accepted the chair position.
That's great.
And then I've been the chairwoman for the Royal Court, and then I also got nominated to be the vice chair this year.
Wow, that's great. And it's such a cool community event. I absolutely love all the Liberation Day events. The parade is a beast, I can't imagine. But all the other events, getting all the talent together, getting all the guest list in there, Royal Court, getting people to be in there and get the tickets and promote it.
That's the toughest part, you know. I mean, we have like a lot of young, beautiful women, or young girls, right? Young women that would want to join sometimes, but it's always the opposite. Like it's either they want to join and then their parents are not ready, their family. Or it's either their family wants them to join, but then the individual's not ready. So it's really it's a challenge for me sometimes, or throughout the years.
Well, it's really great to see it. It's one of the highlights. It's the last float at the end too, right? The Royal Court when they come through.
But last year we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They were the first floats.
They were.
That was
something
great.
Different.
Everything happened so fast. We were doing the broadcast from out in front of the JP Center in Garapan. Yes. So I really don't even remember it went by so fast with everybody coming through. I just remember it was great, and there were so many different groups that came in, and being a part of it was awesome. So hats off to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tell us, so you guys are in here to talk about all the stuff that you have going on. So you want to get us started? Tell us a little bit about it.
So this year, the Liberation Day Committee Board of Directors have decided to give our community an opportunity to create the Liberation logo and theme.
That's
and
so
so
cool.
We've had the contest going on, and we want to invite everyone. We didn't want it to have specific age groups, so everyone is eligible in the CNMI. And it is due on this Friday, February 28 at 4 p.m. And so what the board have decided was that because it could be a challenge for Tinian and Rhoda, and for those who would like to participate, they are more than welcome to send in their drawings, including their theme, and the board will, or the committee will pay for the cargo.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes. And the most important part is that not only do your theme and logo get to be showcased for this year's 79th celebration in all social media platforms, marketing promotion platforms, obviously you get recognition for winning. And the best part of it is $300 cash.
$300 cash. Yes. That is awesome.
Yes.
What a great prize.
Yeah. So we're calling out for everyone in our community to take part, be a part of this history, 79 years this year.
My goodness. And it's such a big part of the community. People really look forward to it. I remember back in the COVID days, people were disappointed when we were able to do things like that. And then you guys were able to bring it back and make it really awesome. I mean, it was so much fun.
Right. Yes.
So we're looking for a theme, we're looking for a logo, and we're going out to the community directly to get it. It's not an age group thing or anything. And it shouldn't be hard to get it here either, because you guys are going to take care of it if it's from off island.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. And we know that we have a lot of talented individuals here, and another thing too that the board had decided was you could hand draw or freehand, or you could use art softwares, right? We just kind of wanted to get everyone's mind, creativity going, and create a beautiful, meaningful theme and logo.
Well, this wouldn't be able to happen every year without massive support from the mayor's office, right? The mayor of Saipan's really kind of, the Liberation Committee is the committee that does all of it. I know, but like the support that comes from the mayor's office is pretty massive. Like, you guys have got to have everybody involved.
Yes,
that's correct.
Yes. The Saipan mayor, R.B. Camacho, he's very ambitious. And he was sharing with the board that, he really wants to get things going, just to give our community enough time as well, and something to look forward to. It's never a good time to do something, but when is it ever? Mm-hmm. And so we just want to get the community out there and be excited for activities coming up.
I talk with all kinds of folks about the parade, and everybody enjoys it. But I remember talking with Sean Christian over at Star Marianas and saying he would love to get the Tinian Air Force involved, and that's what he calls Star Marianas, the Tinian Air Force. And
Nice.
could you imagine if they flew? They had their own flyby that went over.
Wow! Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah,
That's an idea to put
we'll
in.
reach out to
Yeah.
them and we'll see if we can make that happen this year.
Tobot says, I got a theme. Never forget your foil or your balutan will get spoiled.
Submit that in with your logo.
I love it. And then Louisa says, or a Ziploc for your cocoa. I love it. Louisa also says, hey, Bridget. And
Hi.
they also want to get says, will they be able to bring back, John Williams says, will they be able to bring back the carnival, or is that handled by a special committee?
That's been a discussion
Yes.
for
Years.
at least the last liberations I've been a part of. It is, not only financial, the financial aspect is very difficult, but we also want to look into the safety part of it
Correct.
as well. And so obtaining insurances, or, it's very difficult to do that. So, and which is, I think, a good opportunity for us to discuss for anyone out there, whether you're a business or a nonprofit organization, or the government, or just an individual who would like to sponsor, be a part of our sponsorship program for the Liberation Day Committee. You are all welcome.
I love it. Now, would they use the same contact info, the 234-6208?
Yes, or they can also email us at
CinemyLiberation670@gmail.com.
That's great. I love that idea. Then I got another question. Ask them if they will outreach to the hotels and airlines to advertise our liberation to get more tourists.
We'll reach out to them if they want to be a part of that sponsor. But, nonetheless, Liberation Day is not just a part of our history, right? It could be a part of our tourism industry as well, because, we are all connected, whether in the Micronesia or in Asia. We want to promote, this historical celebration throughout the world. And 79 years, that's a lot of years, and a lot of things have happened over those years. Not even to mention, like, day one, what I mean, with Camp Susupi and, during the war. I don't want to get off track with liberation, but I do know that Mayor Camacho and Mayor Odan from Tinian are gearing up for the 80 years of the atomic bomb. And so there's a lot of things happening historical-wise, and we just want to make sure that everyone in our community doesn't forget, what has happened.
Yeah, in fact, I saw Leilani and I went to Tinian for the Pika Fest. And while we were there, we bumped into Mayor Aldon and then Mayor Camacho. And I was telling Mayor Arby, I'm like, man, he's doing so much in the community. He's being a part of so many different facets. I'm like, you got to be one of the most proactive mayors. He's really out there getting stuff done. And I love the trailer with the see something, say something. Yes. Just a constant reminder that, hey, you're not forgotten out there. We're here in your corner. Here's one way we can help.
And he's always been so active with that, for many years. I think that's the Neighborhood Watch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's always been so active with that.
Yeah, and now for the parade, I can't imagine. I stopped by there last year, just before the parade, and I got to see some of the artwork that was being done in preparation for it. Just that he's got somebody with that kind of passion to do all that stuff and affords them the time to be able, and materials to do all that kind of stuff, says a lot about his commitment to the community.
Yes. It's a lot of work to organize or even to create a float. But at the end of the day, it's our community that gets to experience that, right? And it's giving back to our community as well. Putting on a good show. We have this inside joke amongst us as a board is that, we're really good at everything, but man, there's going to be some days where it's going to be stressed out, and don't mind us if we're not smiling all the time, but nothing personal. Again, it's just that we just have that drive to make sure that, we put out a great liberation celebration for our community.
Well, that's the big thing about the volunteer aspect of it, right? Everybody appreciates it, but you don't get to hear that from everybody all the time. Yeah. But you definitely get to hear from the people who are like, "Hey, how come you didn't do this?" Or "I didn't like that one."
Yeah, you're right on point. It is volunteer, and again, for me personally, I would do it all over again. Because even though you have, the small number of folks that share their opinion compared to the rest, and I actually value those kind of opinions because it just makes me as an individual part of the Liberation Committee bring it to the table and say, okay, look, we heard several comments, and so this is what we can do to make things better. Yeah.
Now I know that you guys have been planning a lot, and some things are going to be like, ooh, this is going to be a surprise, or we're going to hold on to this a little bit. But are there some things you can tell us about what's coming up this year?
I know we can't announce the Grand Marshal.
All right, that's one. But do we have any VIPs coming in from off island or anything cool that you could share?
We have the subcommittees that chair. We have chairs that do the subcommittees, and they're the ones who are in charge of their committee, their subcommittee, to put things together for us. So we're just in the initial stage of all this planning. So we have yet to reach out to the community and organizations to make that happen.
So it's fair to say that you can neither confirm nor deny that Taylor Swift is coming this year, right?
Correct.
All right. Just okay, there we go.
You're just gonna have to stay tuned.
So that's we're all going to be there no matter what. So we're going to be excited about all this stuff. But some of the great things I love about the Liberation is the whole it's a big community event. It's not just one day for the parade. Right. People being out there all the time. You get a lot of people showcasing their talents. You got a lot of artists. You got performers from all throughout the community, all getting down there to show their appreciation for the event by putting their talents on display. It's one of the coolest things that I look forward to every summer.
Yes, we're excited.
We're all excited.
The excitement is here. The stress is
coming.
So for the Royal Court, have you already filled all those slots, or are you still looking for people to join?
So with Royal Court, there's a tentative date to release the application, just pending the logo that's due this Friday at 4 p.m. So everything is just on hold
So it's still going to
pending
be
it
open. So like, if people are aspiring to be Royal Court members, it's not too late for them to join or anything.
No.
That's
We
great.
haven't announced it yet.
That's awesome. All right. So how often are you guys meeting now? Now that you're starting to get closer for the event, and do you need any help, or are you putting out any call for volunteers or support or anything?
The board of directors usually meet once a month, but this month we have had 2 meetings already, and then we have
Wow.
a separate meeting with the chair of the subcommittees. So more than likely, we are looking at 3 meetings in a month,
Jeez.
up until the day.
We mean business, Brad.
You're not messing around. Not at all. John Williams says, "Can you get Trump on island?" They're getting all the best people. John Williams, I know, I see what you're doing. You're doing some great work. Keep it up. Keep it up. So can't confirm or deny that the President of the United States, but we do have a picture. We did see a picture of him with the governor recently this week. So maybe.
Maybe the governor invited him.
Surprise.
Oh, that question, there's a question came that said, history is important, but what are they doing with NBA to advertise their event? That's a great question, but I think NVA's part is going to be really interesting too, because NBA is going through some changes, some significant changes like this month, right? They're going to have a new director and everything. And it is something that we would promote probably like on the websites and all that other stuff, but getting people in for the Liberation, it always strikes me as like Liberation is kind of just a local thing. If folks come from off island to experience it, that's cool too. But I feel like it's something that's kind of for us. It's for everybody, but it's kind of like a celebration of stuff from here.
Yes. Yes. And it's not just also local, but I experience from last year, we did have, I don't have the exact numbers, but we have hundreds of military service members who took part as well in the parade last year. And we have actually worked with MVA. They've actually helped with in-kind sponsorships as well with the assets that they do have. We do share our flyers, with them as well. And so this year, that would be great with the new director coming in for us to meet and promote the CNMI.
Yeah, that's right. And the thing is, a lot with dealing with the tourists, you got those ad hoc committees, right? The Korea and Japan, and try to get them on board with something like this. I've been a part of those committees, and I don't know that there's a specific push for those events, but that would be a great thing for them to do. And luckily, you had a little bit of work over there, right? Maybe a little inside info of like how things might work successfully, over there at NBA. And maybe that's just a big win where the folks from NBA get to chat you up and find out what's the best way that they could probably do a little bit better.
Yes, we can all work together.
That's awesome. So let's talk about this. So you've got on your list of your subcommittees, right? So you got parade.
Yes.
Royal Court's got to be its own committee.
Entertainment, concession, what we do, guys?
Logistics, sponsorship,
marketing,
marketing and media.
Massive. There's so much going on.
Yes.
And you've got to have so many people from throughout the community to help you out with that stuff.
Yes, absolutely. And it's never enough. Volunteers, if anybody out there in the community who wants to be a volunteer for the committee, we're more than welcome to accept them.
Nice. So anybody to recognize yet, like people who have taken on some roles or responsibilities?
Yes.
Maybe a shout out to our board of directors, Michi Aldan Viches. We have Frankie Camacho, our secretary, Pearl Kaipet, our treasurer, Joy Atalik, and then our board member, Tona Songao.
Yes.
And also coming in new for our concession committee is Christine Aldan and Patrick Areola.
Yes.
Wow.
And then Auntie Frances Sablon is volunteering her
Yes.
time again. She'll be chairing the hospitality committee. We do have the logistics with Ray De La Cruz. Our marketing and media chair is Hazel, and our sponsorship is Jeanette. Did we miss anybody? Sorry, guys, if we missed you.
There's just a lot. Like, there's a lot of us. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to. We're not forgetting. We're not forgetting.
I just put you on the spot. That's easy.
Yeah, you did, Brad. Just kidding.
That's good. But, you know, the good news is that you've got such a big group that's helping out.
Yes.
I know you said there's never enough, but, you know, the hardest thing to do for a lot of folks is to even reach out and ask for folks to come on and help, because they feel like they could do it all themselves, and then they find out pretty quick. You know, you guys are way ahead of it now and charging along. All right, so again, the big contest, you're still looking for the theme and a logo.
Yes.
But that ends this week.
Yes.
Friday.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
So
Friday.
to the mayor's office.
Oh, but I got there at like 4:15.
Sorry.
I know how that stuff works, but I was so cool. But no, my car, I had to stop for gas. I know.
Tomorrow time. Local time.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock. You got to get there at 4 o'clock. So that's a 5-month deadline for GPPC. All right. So if you do win, aside from the fame and fortune, you get all that public recognition. You're going to be in all the official materials for the Liberation festivities, but the $300 in cash if you win. But you can't win if you don't get your submission in by this Friday, 4 p.m. at the Saipan Mayor's Office. You can also call for more information, 234-6208, or you can send an email, cnmiliberation670@gmail.com. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Last year's parade was outstanding. I mean, the bands were great. Are we going to get some off-island military folks come in with those big old bands again? Is that possible?
Yes, we are going to reach out to them once again, and hopefully they come bigger this year.
Wow, I like it. I'll take it.
Yes.
And it's a real big deal. I can't imagine. I can't wait to find out what the theme is going to be. And then, can you tell us about how that's going to go? Like, how do you guys decide once people submit all these things? How are you going to make that decision on what the theme's going to be and all that?
So the board had decided that they will be the ones to review and judge the artwork and the logo and the theme. And there are several criterias. It definitely has to meet certain criterias, like it has to be original and creative. It has to touch several key points like heritage, culture, sustainability. And we also are welcoming different types of mediums. And again, they have to also submit a short description as to what does the logo mean to them. And we'll take it from there.
Wow, that's going to be great. And do you have a estimated turnaround time from the submissions to when you guys make the big announcement?
It's funny that you say that because it's due at 4 p.m. The board is going to meet at 5:30.
Wow!
On a Friday night,
On a Friday night.
That's
We'll be
how
there.
they mean business.
Happy hour at the mayor's office. Oh my God, that's going to take a while too, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's not going to be a fast one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for putting in, like, I know working at the mayor's office is one thing, but this is not regular work. This is extra time being in and supporting the community. And that people don't do that because they're forced to. They do that because they love it and they want it to be a part of the community and enhance the community that we live in. So you guys, I can't thank you enough. I mean, like, it's so great that we get to do this stuff and that we have people like you in the community.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so, man, any last shout outs that you've got for anybody in the community? Anyone you want to acknowledge? They don't have to be in the parade or the Liberation Committee or anything. It could be anyone you want.
I'd just like to call on young young girls, young women, ages 13 to 25, to be on the lookout for Royal Court applications if you guys are interested. Our tentative date to release the application would be next Wednesday. That would be March 5th. Yeah,
So stand by, be ready.
Please. Rhoda, Tinian, Saipan,
Northern Ireland.
Northern Islands.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really pushing for a big group this year. Last year we had 3 competitive girls actually. You know, they did really great, but you know, my target number this year, I'm gonna push for at least 10.
Wow.
Hopefully. So ladies, young ladies, be on the lookout.
Hey, and that Royal Court is really important for another reason too, because it generates a lot of the funds that makes the parade, not just the parade, but the whole liberation thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of prizes that people can win with those raffle tickets that they're selling. But those raffle tickets, the money generated from that helps fund the whole thing.
Yes.
So it's really important. Anyone else that you guys would like to acknowledge?
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, same with me as well. You know, I just like to thank you, Brad, for having us this morning. The mayor, R.B. Camacho, the mayor's office staff, and most importantly, the Liberation Day Committee. You know, without them, we're not able to put on and prepare and organize this event. So thank you, guys.
Well, it's so great. When you get back, tell the mayor I said hi, and we love him. I mean, he's just doing so many great things out there, and I love to see his enthusiasm. Like it's like, you know, that Eminem, like, what would you do if you had one shot, one opportunity, right? Like he was going for that position for so long, and he finally got it. He's not messing around. Like, he's out there doing it.
And you know, now that he was given the opportunity, he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have this inside joke with him. I'm like, you know, boss, I mean, these are really great, but man, can we slow down a little bit? Because I'm only one person. But no, his vision, you know, is finally coming to life, and you know, he definitely cares for a community. Whether it's literally out there, you know, just, you know, collecting all the debris and the trash, you know, within the villages, you know, because he sees it a little bit deeper, where all of these, you know, garbage really actually affect our health. And so he's actually really trying to prevent, you know, more health diseases in our communities. So, and not just that, but even like with the youth, you know, and sports and, you know, exercise, you know, he always says he's the young person in the room, which he is. But, you know, he really cares. And so I'm really happy that, you know, I'm working, you know, for him, and it's good to actually see it all come into fruition, you know, having to see the results in the end.
Well, he's out there, he's doing it, and he's doing it for the community, and he's trying. He does not care about if somebody doesn't like it. He's still, if it's the most important thing for the community, he's going out there and doing it. I absolutely love it. So
you know, something new that he's coming up with, and it just literally happened in like one day. He was like, I want to create something, and he goes, okay, what? And he goes, let's do this. Let's farm. No farmer, no food. Because he's thinking about, you know, sustainability. I mean, we're already in the situation where we're like asking everybody, hey, what store has eggs?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And so
we have 1 million chickens.
Yeah, right. And so, well, that's our mayor. So he's thinking about everybody before himself.
I love it. I love it. By the way, I was thinking the same thing about the eggs, and it's crazy. Like, I've known people who have like built little chicken coops and all that other stuff, but that was kind of like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, have fun with that. But like, we should be doing that,
Right.
like here. I mean, it makes such great sense. Like, and it's free. I mean, like that's what I want. I just got to talk to those chickens to like roost closer to the house instead of going everywhere else. But I love that idea. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Thanks so much for being here and for doing so much in the community.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad, for having us.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up here. It's one more time. It's the 79th CNMI Liberation Day Committee, and they're looking for the Liberation theme and the logo contest. you could be a part of history, and all you have to do is get in touch with your creative side, design the theme and the logo for this one, and you could win all kinds of recognition and $300. But you got to do it fast. You got to do it by 4 p.m. this Friday. Get your application or your submission to the Saipan Mayor's office. If you need more info, give them a call, 670-234-6208, or just send them an email, cnmiliberation670@gmail.com. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for putting this stuff together, and we look forward to enjoying the fruits of all your work here this summer.
Thank you.
All right. So that's what we've got, and we've got a meeting that we're going to be going to, not all of us, just
you.
that we're going to be going to in just a little bit. So I'm going to hustle out of here a little bit. But I want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in, for being a part of the program. Thanks to all of our guests. Thanks for your comments, for your calls, and for your support of the program. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, with another edition of Good Morning Marianas. And tomorrow, baseball playoffs continue with somebody's brother over here. I don't know what team she's rooting for. All right, you guys. Have a great day.
Happy day, dear Hawaiian greetings to Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian, for all your island news. From a beautiful place with Pacific views, it's always so much fun on Good Morning Mariana.